The Vinton County Vikings girls volleyball team needs just one win to
win TVC outright. I mean, it's been since 1984, so that's just going to be really exciting. We're not going to know how to handle it.
This year we're more prepared. We're wanting to win. It's Maylee, Sydney, and Josie's senior year. We're trying to get a number up there.
The Vikings are undefeated in the Tri-Valley Conference at 10-0. The source for their success, chemistry.
The seniors, they really just opened their arms to us and really took us in. And they really showed us that they were there for us for anything. Whether it was volleyball, whether it was school, they just were our big sisters.
They're all so good. They work so hard. I just love them. And this year we just gotten so much closer. And like we've had sleepovers together. We're doing everything together. It's just so much fun.
It feels like a family with these kids. I mean, I've been around them. Obviously, my niece is on the team, so I've been around a lot of these kids since they were like 3 years old, 4 years old.
The Vikings only have 11 players on the team, 8 of them being just sophomores. So it took time for this group to hit its stride.
And to come to that varsity level, a lot of that was just the inexperience, and you could see there were nerves in a lot of those games we lost, and it was just almost like a panic instead of being confident in playing, and that's the big difference that you can see in these girls.
1 year later, it's a team loaded with talent and gushing with confidence.
The TVCs was our first goal, and now once we get that, hopefully, we're going to try to push in the tournament. We want to make a big run, hopefully get a district championship and a sectional championship.
Maddie Bazelak was torn in high school. She had offers to play volleyball and basketball at the Division I level. Bazelak chose volleyball. She played 4 years at Duquesne, but
I was missing basketball the whole time. It had been a part of my life since I was little.
And so after graduating from Duquesne, Bazelak put her name in the NCAA transfer portal. Bob Bolden recruited Bazelak in high school to play basketball at Ohio.
I was shocked, and I just called her and I just want to talk to her and see what her expectations were and see what her goals were, what was she looking for.
An opportunity for a fresh start one last time.
It is a change that I wanted, that I needed, and just being on this campus with this team, with these coaches, is something that's kind of turned a new chapter in my life.
Bazelak's transition from a net to a hoop is understandably quite an adjustment.
It's been neat to watch Maddie kind of reacclimate herself to the game. I think every day she gets a little bit better. Seems to be more comfortable out there, and so you're dealing with the transition of going from one school to another, but then you're dealing with a bigger transition going from one sport to another.
It's been a transition. I mean, frustrating at times, but certain things come back, like riding a bike. But then there's other things that just taking more time.
Bazelak joins an already crowded roster, but she doesn't care because it's
my last year playing college sports. I want to be in a winning program, want to compete every day, and be in a good team environment. And I said this is where I want to be, and I think that's the right place for that.
Safety Jaron Hampton is the next walk-on turned starter for the Ohio Bobcats, something the program is getting in a habit of doing.
It's a lot of programs that basically kind of lean on the guys who have scholarships to get the job done, but here, whether you're a walk-on, guy on scholarship, guy who's on partial scholarship, they look for you to step up to the plate, and you never know when your names can be called.
No matter where you go, whether you're a scholarship player or walk-on, you have to work. And you can get here and receive a scholarship, and if you don't put in the work, you will never see the field. So my attitude is just grind, and I want to play. Like, I don't care about the scholarship so much. Like, I just want to get on the field, and that's how I work. That's why I go in every day in the weight room and meetings. Like, I just want to get better.
Hampton got better by finding a mentor in Hagen.
I mean, he prepared me a lot. I sat by him in the meeting rooms, and just anytime I had a question, he was the one I asked. And I remember I came on my visit, and it was a spring game, and I walked with him the whole time. He wasn't participating, so I was with him the whole time, just picking his brain, and he helped me out.
I was very comfortable with him filling in, on his defense. It's the next man up, so you always have to be ready. Any questions that he had, he asked me and made sure that he was okay.
Now the two are starting side by side in the secondary.
I feel like he's ready to step up to the plate and fill up the shoes that Colin provided for the defense last year.
Just learning from Kylan a lot too. I mean, he taught me a lot, and he made it a lot easier for me. So when the ball comes my way, I got to take advantage.
Well, Jaron, that opportunity has certainly come to fruition here in 2019. Thomas Garverick, WUB.
Ohio quarterback Nathan Rourke leaves Ohio arguably as one of the best to play under center for the Bobcats. And the amount Rourke means to the Ohio program, well, it can't be measured.
He is rare.
You don't find them like him all the time. He thinks beyond himself. That's not the way it is all the time.
He wants to be remembered as a great teammate, and that's exactly what he was. I mean, a leader, captain, nothing bad could possibly be said about him.
A football player's legacy is usually defined by what he accomplishes on the football field. But for Ohio quarterback Nathan Rourke, his legacy at Ohio circles back to one word: team.
He is definitely team-oriented to the point where he'll do anything he can to help his teammates become better athletes, better players, better people.
He comes on the field and puts it all out there, works hard, and he gives us everything he has.
I love the guys in the locker room. I take a lot of pride in being a good teammate and being a good leader, and being coachable by the coaches. I've been so fortunate to be able to come here and to just be one of the guys and learn from these coaches and then have a lot of fun and have a lot of success doing it. So I couldn't ask for more from this program.
Rourke was 24-13 as the starter in 3 years. He accounted for 111 touchdowns in his 3 seasons, a program record. But the stat Nathan and Ohio really care about is 3-0 in bowl games.
We've been blessed to have him for 3 years, and certainly appreciate everything that he has done for this program.
5 words to sum up his past 3 years in Athens.
It's been a good ride.
Aaron called me in December and said, come on up, so I did.
It was the only call Ohio soccer head coach Aaron Rodgers would make regarding his assistant coach vacancy. Rodgers has known Courtney Weisler since 2009, dating back to their time coaching together at the University of Kentucky. Weisler was an easy choice for the job.
I really didn't even have to look any farther than Courtney, because I was so proud and respect the work that she had done in Oklahoma as the head coach there, at the small college there, and I knew that she would be the right fit to come in here and help pick up where Deb's left off.
We grew really close at Kentucky and have kept in contact over the years, and it's just such a great relationship because there's no trying to feel each other out. We know each other.
Rodgers knew instantly Weisler was the person for the job after her head coaching stint in Oklahoma. Weisler started her own JUCO soccer program at Murray State College, where she literally did everything for the program.
It was pretty much the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I was the trainer, I was the therapist, and we also built our field out there that was a cow pasture. So the amount of knowledge I have about grass and a field is mind-blowing to me sometimes.
She's done anything and everything to be a part of the game she loves.
I just love the game, and if I can be a part of it somehow, then that's good enough for me. And it's Marty and I, he's my husband, he's also a baseball guy. We always joke about we're not really good at anything else except sports and competing, and so it's a great fit for us.
Thomas Garverick, WUB.
It's pretty nice to put my name out there and let people know who I am.
He is a stranger no more. DeMontre Tuggle had his coming out party against Rhode Island on Saturday. The junior transfer had 3 carries for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just a year ago, he was at Kilgore, a JUCO school in Texas.
I used those 2 years to really mature and grow, learn. I learned a lot in Kilgore, honestly, mentally and physically. So, that was really a humbling experience for me. It was definitely tough at times, but it made me stronger at the end of the day.
If it wasn't for his JUCO head coach J.J. Eckerd, Tuggle wouldn't have known that becoming an Ohio Bobcat was even an option.
My coach is actually real cool with Coach Alvin, and after the season, recruiting is going crazy. I'm getting calls left and right, but he tells me, he was like, I'm going to send your film up to Ohio, and I'm like, huh? Like, it was like, I've heard of it, but I never really knew about it. And, so he sends my film up, Coach Alvin calls me, brings me up on a visit, and I fell in love with the campus, the program, the team, the atmosphere, everything. I knew it was home when I stepped on campus.
He's a kid from a small town in Texas just trying to make a name for himself.
O'Shawn and Julian, Vari, Jake, those guys, they're all amazing. They all can hold their own weight while they're in there. But for me to go show everybody who I am and put my name out there, that was amazing.
Thomas Garverick, WUB.